Hey guys out there in Hollow Point land, I'm coming at you live from the place I shoot at, Knox. So today is the accuracy testing video. We've got the AEA 50 cal Challenger. Now this is the bullpup version with the shroud on it. They come different ways. I do believe that with the regular rifle stock, it's an extended barrel without the shroud. So like we have on the 457. This is the model. It's been the prototype kind of jacked a little bit. So I'm doing a 4,500 PSI fill. I'm using my single shot tray because I don't have the magazine for it yet. And it doesn't really make a difference. It's just fast shooting versus shooting single shot. And since I have a severe habit of double loading, I don't like magazines, period. It's just, if I can mess it up, I will, and I don't want to have to unbolt and unscrew the barrel like I've done before. So we've got the 50, we've got some bullets. We're going to do some accuracy testing and see if we can get you guys interested in what's going on and making sure that I have the right awesome to feed this baby. So let's watch and see what I come up with. And hopefully I don't shoot myself in the foot, all right? Let's go have some fun. So as you guys can see, 50 yards down range, I've got the target set up on top of the table. That way, maybe we can see it better, I don't know, but since I had the table, I figured I'd bring it. So that's what we're gonna start with and try to get myself on paper, and then we'll continue to see what we can do. Okay, so we got the 50 set up. It's a 4,500 PSI fill. And we got the old probe. Make sure that's set up good. And make sure this is closed. Open. Open. Got both my tanks are set to rock and roll. 4,500 PSI. All right. Right. So fellas, I'm sure you know that when you're using the probe, it's a slow fill. You'll see that gauge go like this. because the air is forcing itself past the O-ring that's up in there. So it's a slow fill. That's just the way probes are. I think that I'm in the ballpark here, so I'll be shooting. Two things. These, you should always clean the barrel on a regular basis. As soon as your accuracy starts to suffer, run a bore brush and a patch down there. You don't need a lot of cleansers and stuff. I used to use a little bit of Rem oil, ream it out, and run a patch through it to sop up the juice, and you're good. The other thing, this particular model, like I said, this is kind of a test demo. It's got a very, very hard trigger. I don't know, 50 pound pull, but so if I'm jerking a little bit, don't hold that against me, because we guys always jerk a little bit, and then sometimes we even shake. So with that, let's do some shooting and see what type of groups we come up with. I've got a lot of different lead here. Some of it I've just got for the weights. Once I figure out what this puppy really, really likes, I'm going to go ahead and cut some more molds. But, it'd be kind of stupid for me to do that in advance without knowing, what we're working with. So let's get to shooting, gentlemen. Ear protection, and I do believe that the barrel is a 18 millimeter thread, so if you take the shroud off, you'll be able to screw a Donny FL on it. I don't know if we're going to put an adapter on the shroud and screw it on like we do with the 357, or if you just slide this off and screw the suppressor right on. I haven't figured out what I like yet, so just stay tuned over the next 6 months. Ear holes in. I'm going to do a 3-shot grouping. No sense in wasting a lot of lead. That, like this. Bullseye. Oh. Perfect. So, 220 solid, 240 hollow point, 300 hollow point, the 280, and the 335. These three are the most accurate and the killers of the group. Like as I said, more will come later throughout the months as I cut more molds. So, gentlemen, this is my bullet abortion. So my favorite bullets that have been shooting in the 50 all the time still are my favorite bullets. This is the 240. I got one in the center. Hang on here. One in the center, one here, third back in the center. The 300 grain 1, 2, 3, close to center. Both hollow points. This is the 220 solid. Now this one's funny because I was aiming here, but I got 3 touching holes right here. So for some reason the 220 are accurate, but if you're shooting those, you're gonna have to re-sight because the point of aim has changed. This is a 280 grain, which I'm just using for weight to see how it shoots and performs. Okay, but it's not something I'm gonna offer at the moment. Still banging the center. And this is the 335 Smith & Wesson. Again, I had 2 touching and 1 out. It's not my favorite, so I wouldn't recommend this one either. I'm not doing the real lightweight stuff because this particular model with the 4,500 PSI fill, I think is too strong. It's lightweight just like with all the Challengers. If the bullet's too light, you just get crazy, you know, shot pattern. So again, the 240 and the 300 are my 2 favorites, and they fit the magazine. So that's the good thing about it. I am going to build some other molds later on, maybe like a 245 or something, but we'll see how that progresses. Let's shoot some other stuff and blow some stuff up. So gentlemen, as you see me shoot, sometimes the shoulder of the bullet, as I'm loading, is a little, you know, gets kind of hung up. So don't be afraid to just give it a mash. Just like with the Zeus, you know, you got to mash it in and make it airtight. You got to put these in too. Woo! That is one beat up pumpkin. I guess I'm not going to have to worry about jack-o'-lanterns. This was the 240 grain. you can see it doesn't have the same foot-pounds as the 300 grain, but it's intense. Wow, there is nothing but pumpkin puree here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, I guess we'll go feed the deer. Tip for you guys, Aldi's seems to have the best price for pumpkins. Oh my goodness. That destroyed the bullet. Totally destroyed the bullet. That heavy rind and the fluid filled with water. Oh, did you see that dump? That is energy dump in the chest cavity. That's what we're looking for, guys. That's why I do hollow points. With that pumpkin, imagine that's the chest cavity of a deer or a big old hog. So that's the conclusion of our accuracy testing on the AEA 50 cal Challenger. Tested I think five bullets. I got 3 that I really like, but as always, my 2 favorites are the 240 and the 300 grain. I am shooting these at size. I went a little bit bigger because it's soft cast lead, so I'm using a 498 diameter. 495 to 498. I'm using 498 just to get a little tighter seal. I'm having just a few feet per second faster with it than the 495. Accuracy is excellent. Now I'm only shooting 55 yards here, but this is a pounder. I'm shooting single shot because I don't actually have the mag for it, but the 240s and the 300s fit the mag. So if you're a rapid feeder, you got yourself set up. But as always, guys, please be careful when you use the magazine, because if you cock this, hang on, there we go. So if you cock this and it doesn't hook up the sear, and you come forward a little bit, that probe is right there at the end, so it's going to push that bullet's going to, second bullet's going to start right in there, and you're going to get yourself stuck. So always make sure when you cock it, it's a positive lock, and you'll be fine. Okay, single shot, you'll never have that issue. But the whole point of buying a magazine-fed repeater is so you can use the magazine. I know you're not doing it to go single shot like I do, but I screw everything up, so it's a safety factor for Mr. Putz. So 500 foot-pounds across the board. You saw we had 3 good slugs, but my favorites, as always, the 240 and the 300. We've blown up a lot of stuff. You've seen the charts, you've seen the power in the previous videos, and you've seen what these do to a pumpkin filled with water. A lot of density there. It's tougher than an animal would be. And you can see how that 300 just shredded that pumpkin, and the 240 just boom. So, got any questions, feel free to contact me. If you're looking for these rifles, go to AEA and find yourself a dealer. They're all over the country. And I say thank you, AEA, and I will keep working on this, and hopefully in the next one you'll see me with a Donnie Donkey schlong on the end of this. So that'll be the next project and video we work on. So with that, Mr. Hollow Point is out because I gots to go.